Alright guys, so today we have a lot to discuss. We have the Hero's Path coming up, actually right now. We also have our new free-to-play journey, and we're gonna be opening shards to be able to take care of that Hero's Path. So, let's get to it. What's up guys, this is your boy Russian with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, by the way, very excited, people are joining in our free-to-play. We're gonna get to that very soon. But first, let's take a look at the Hero's Path. Alright, so Hero's Path just opened, and I opened the wrong spot. Come on, Russian. Alright, so Hero's Path's here. I did some calculations. So pretty much you only need 50 shards from Hero's Path to be able to complete the fusion, okay? If you didn't miss any of the tournaments or events, or if you're planning not to skip one of the two next ones. Alright, so as of right now, the best ways for you guys to actually complete, if you only need 50 of those shards, is coming through the left side, all the way kind of through the middle, get this key, and then come a little bit lower and get the second key, okay? Then what you have to do is, you come again, you would already have cleared all the way here, and then open this first lock, get those shards, those 25, and then just come through the middle, that 2000 speed, 4-star, open again, and get the other 25. Listen up, click on the link in the description right now and get a free legendary Karato and 4 amazing epics as you level up. And here are the steps you guys need to follow to be able to get this. Step 1, log out of Player in Play on PC. If you never had Raid installed on your mobile phone before, the link will work in there too. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champion. And here you go. You find Karato here, as well as Uugo, Rector Drath, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. This is an amazing account starting raid, so click on my link on the description below and follow these steps. Pretty much for you guys to be able to get, if you want to get all 100 shards for that, because we have 50 extra in here, you would just have to do the same through the right side and then come down here and open the next one. So not too bad. And I calculate if you just want the 50 shards, you need to use about 31,000 points. When we get down here to, when you check down here, you get about 4,500 for each sacred shard, what adds up to seven sacred shards to be able to get 50 of those shards, right? Of those fragments, I should say. So it's pretty much what you guys would be paying anyway if we had another shard opening, with a little difference because this event would be champion chase. What it means, if you guys have any champions that you need summon already, you would be getting points. But at the same time, you guys can also get points by just running Ice Golem or any of the dungeons or even campaign. So it's not too bad. And we do have actually enough shards to do that. So we're gonna be opening shards right now. We also have a 2x event on Sacred Shards. Too bad I only have one. So, but let's see who we can get in here. So we have this champion, right? And that's Dunlord Gregor. He is a barbarian. Let's take a look at his kit really quick before we pull the shards. So on his A1, the Zertax attacks one enemy, has 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. On the A2, Earth Cleave attacks all enemies, decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn, and increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Also place a shield buff in all allies for 2 turns, equal to 20% of this champion's max HP. But it's really good because the shield is done by this champion's max HP and not by whatever champion you're placing the shield HP. So it can probably help a lot. Now the only thing is, if you guys see, he's a defense-based champion. So you would have to, put half on HP and half on defense. Everything gonna depend really in how hard he hits, to be honest. Because a lot of times, yeah, it's great, it puts by the HP, but if he hits very hard, you want to have a high defense, right? So A3, and he's a faction champion, by the way. That's the first time, by the way, let me take a pause. because that's the first time I see you being able to pull a faction champion from an actual sacred shard. Okay, I'm not saying there are no champions can do that, but I feel that's the first one. So the A3 places a Bestial Yell, places a 50% increased attack buff and a 50% increased accuracy buff on all allies for 1 turn. And if you have more barbarians, one faction ally decreases the cooldown of all ally skills except this champion by 1 turn. 2 faction allies fuse the turn meters of all allies by 20%. 3 faction allies activates an instant turn effect on the ally with the lowest crit damage, except this champion. So one of the things is, I feel barbarians are some of the luckiest factions. I feel you have a more all-around kind of group of champions. So this is pretty good. Really like, hopefully I get it. Really doubt I will, but let's see. And in the end, passive, the aura, increased ally defense in all battles by 25%. And increase ally accuracy in all battles by 40%, only applies to barbarians. Okay, so we're gonna be pulling those shards. Yeah, confirmed, don't have a choice, come on. So let's pull this one first, and I will have to pull all my ancient shards just to be able to complete Hero's Path. Let's summon this, let's see what comes in, and as always, it's an epic. All right, Neldor. Neldor is a pretty good champion, not gonna go through his kit, because we have a lot to go through. I may actually go and talk about him because he's a very good champion for Fire Knight Hard, so I may talk about him, but in a later video. Okay, so let's start getting to those ancient shards. Let's go. All right, and I also have a chance to get this champion. So let's see, blue, blue, blue. Oh my God. All right, Lady Annabelle. I actually just put her in the fridge play. All right, next stand. Let's go. Anything interesting? Late Quilling, I already have. Well, my main accounts, I have most of those champions anyway. All right, let's go. Let's roll. Okay, Tyrgis, really good, decent champion. Spirit Host, lots of Spirit Hosts. Mordecai is those champions that I never pull on the fridge plays when I need him, but very good champion, mostly because he's a pretty decent burner on his A3, and pretty much he plays in all eyes, so Spider in a lot of other areas, really good champion to have. All right, let's keep going. And Health, Garnhorn, Seeker, Tesseract. All right, let's make some space really quick. All right, got all the space we need. Let's open those next shards. Come on, let's see some gold. I would love to have this champion. I'm missing a few champions. Let me put it like this. I haven't catched them all, okay? Let's see, we got 20 more to go. What is that? No cigar? Don't take him out, or was pretty big last year on just for a little while. Didn't use him completely, but on the free to play. Not this year's free to play. Last year's. All right, one more and no gold. So hopefully I'm getting close to Mercy at this point. Opening 70 something shards. I know I had some other openings before. So okay, let's come in here. So let's make some path. Let's get some stuff I need. This one instead and get my path key. Now open down here, unlock, get this 25, come down here, unlock again. So I still need a little bit more. So all right, let me open those 2 shards. I thought I had enough. It's all right, and nothing special. I still don't have enough, but I do have to run Ice Golem, so later on I should be able to open, not a problem. I'm only short, what, less than 1,000 points, so it's not a big deal really. All right, so this being done, let's talk about the free to play. Let's log into the free to play account. 1 second, guys. All right, so we're in the free to play right now. As you guys see, progression has been pretty good. We're on day 3 right now. Can we get 10K? There you go. Can we? All right, so clan, we already have some members of the community joining. Pretty exciting. Very happy about that. You guys want it? There you go. We have our clan. I may actually put one of my older accounts in there, not my main account, just to help clear Demon Lord. So the clan has access to higher levels on clan boss. Okay, so as you guys see, I actually ran out of everything to do with Call of Arbiter. I had to use this energy to be able to clear more areas. As of right now, campaign, I am all the way down to Brutal, but I am stuck on Godfirst Crossing. Now, I'm not going to clear anything if I can't 3-star, okay? So since I lost 2 battles, I just stopped. Now my mission is really getting one of my main champions to 6-star, okay? And usually how you do that is by coming to the hardest level, the hardest campaign you can clear, and go all the way to 12-3. And pretty much just running here your food champions until you get to where you have to be. Okay, that's the best way so you don't waste energy and resource in general. I also do have 720 gems. What it means, if I get to 800 gems, there is a chance I can put Karato with his mastery, what could usually allows me to clear everything, okay, at least on that level. Okay, so that being said, just so you guys know, now I have 530, right? And usually in this point, I would be very careful using energy because I ran out of some of my free energy, okay? One thing I'm doing is, if you guys see here, I am saving my energy pots. Now I have this one 2 days, probably what I'm gonna be using first because it will expire. Same thing with keys and everything else because my flat energies are gone. Quests in here, I'm gonna hold on to this. I did use one of them, but I still have 2 days for me to be able to claim all of them. So I have 2 days to hold this up and will allow me to level enough to where my max energy is higher. Because if you guys don't know, you only get from pots the amount of energy that is on the right side. See, 530 by 97, I only get 97 points. Now the max is 130, so the closer you get to 130, the more you actually get energy from those spots. Okay, so where am I getting this energy? How did I get 530, right? So I've been clearing as much as I can, as I said, Arbiter. I would love to be able to clear all this because it's kind of energy, required, but not as crazy as you guys may think. The problem is fusing Just Sar. I have never been able to fuse Just Sar until about day 5. And the reason is the last champion that you need for the fusion will not drop until you get about day 5. Day 4.5, 5, okay? It doesn't matter if you run a million times the last dungeon, the last campaign, you need to get that champion. It doesn't matter if you have 100 different shards to pull from, you will not pull the last champion, okay? Plain and simple. So it is what it is. But I can get a lot of resource from here, a lot of energy. I just have sometimes to make sure I'm not using more energy than I have to be able to clear something. Meaning, I don't want to use 1,000 energy to get to 150, okay? So, but those are pretty feasible. Shouldn't be a problem. But where I'm getting energy too is on challenges. Because the moment you get to Artifact Challenge, I think it's part 4 or 3, you start getting energy by finding certain pieces of armor, right? The problem with that is, for example, win a 2-star or higher gauntlets, not too hard to get on normal, not that easy either, but it has to have attack percentage. So if you get a 1-star attack percentage, doesn't matter. So sometimes in the most for only 50 energy, it's a very big gamble because a lot of times you get it the first time, great, and sometimes you spend more energy than you need. I found that usually it averages pretty decent, so it's worth to run, so that's what I'm doing right now. At least I complete this, get some books. It's so funny on free to play because my main account, I look at those books and I'm like, why do I need this thing? I have probably like hundreds of them just sitting, right? But on free to play, yes, rare books are a thing. So I need to be looking at that. Also, one of the things I'm gonna try to focus a little bit is try to find champions to be able to complete certain missions that I have in here, right? So place a block debuffs buff on a champion or skill on stage 7 of Void. Pretty easy because you have Supreme Gallic, but some of the other ones I need to find the champions that can actually do it, okay? And that's just because you'll be getting shards. So this is the last rare shard. The next one on part 4 gonna be epic, gonna be a void shard, sorry, and the last one gonna be a sacred shard. So that's where we are right now. And okay, and by the way guys, don't forget any comments you guys put in this video, I'm also gonna count for you to be able to get our giveaway account. So giveaway account, we're getting very close, just a few days. I believe Sunday I'm gonna do the draw. What it means, probably gonna be in the video on Monday. So everybody who comments on videos gonna have a chance to win. And for each video you guys comment, you have a new chance to win this account. Okay, so yeah, very excited about it. And I think that's a lot for this video. So I appreciate you guys being here. And as always, I'll see you in the game.